Hello everyone, it's Brightmaster here, and today I have a very special LEGO set to review. This is the LEGO Kingdoms 10223 Kingdoms Joust from 2012. This set comes with 1,575 pieces, was rated for ages 12 and up, and cost you $120 back when it was in stores. This is my fourth largest LEGO set, and as you can see, it is quite large, and it's a great set, and I've been wanting it for quite a while, and I finally got it a couple days ago, and I was really excited to build this thing. But yeah, this is very similar in a way to the Medieval Market Village, in the fact that it was almost the UCS set for each respective series, and it was out much longer than all the other sets from that series were around. So you could get this set, I think, in 2014 or something like that. While all the other Kingdom sets were gone at, I think, mid-2012 or something. But yeah, this is a great set, and I'm really happy to show this one to you. Alright, so here's the box, and as you can see, it's quite large. Of course, it is a larger set. And I like how everything's laid out, and I do like the background art a lot for the Kingdoms theme. It sets the tone for everything, but it doesn't take too much attention away from the set. And here were all the information of the set, except the name, which is strange. It's where, of course, the set number and the piece count is. Looks like it's a banner. It looks like it's on a banner, which is really nice. And I'll turn around the box to show you the back. And as you can see, it has some pictures showing you some of the features in the set, such as the joust itself, a battle going on. You can see that the little stable boy is feeding the horse a baguette. There's a falcon knight, the king reading a book, the queen in a room, the horse, the nobleman, the princess, and of course here is the back of the building. And here it shows you that you can actually get two of these and stick them together to create one really, really large chest, but I'm just happy with the one chest that I have. I think two would be just way too much, but yeah, that's it for the box. Here are the two instruction booklets, and they both come with 80 pages, funny enough. Of course, it has the same background art as the box. At the back of this one, it just shows you the last step of building, and of course it does come with the box that tells you what pieces you need for each step, so everything is pretty easy to follow. And at the back of this instruction booklet, of course, has the boy screaming win. Gotta have that. And just join the LEGO Club for free. The very long list of parts, and just a final display of the set. So yeah, the instructions are quite easy to follow, and this actually is organized into a total of 8 bags, so yeah, it's quite a bit of steps of building, and of course there is more than one bag 1 and more than one bag 2, just to give you an idea again of how large this set is. But yeah, there's nothing to complain about with these instructions. Alright, so here are the minifigures that come in the set, and there are a total of 9. And I do think that they look quite nice, every one of them. And, you know, look at the first minifigure right here, and that is the king. He's a very nice looking minifigure right here. He has a cape, does have a nice crown. Of course, he has his white beard, as he is an older man. And he has, of course, a gold goblet, a chain around his neck with a cross. And he also has a nice torso print and leg print as well. As I said, very nice looking minifigure. Does have a chrome, I think that's chrome, crown helmet. Of course, that's his velvet cape, looking very fancy. But yeah, it's what a king should look like, so I think LEGO did very well with him. Here is his wife, the queen, and that's what she looks like, a very nice looking minifigure. You can see that she has, of course, that slope piece for her dress, and it's a very fancy and very expensive looking dress as well, but I think she looks nice, very nice minifigure. Of course, that's the back. Again, very nice looking minifigure. It has a small crown on the top as well. She has the same hair piece as Princess Leia, so very interesting choice, but I do like it. And yeah, that's it for her. Here is the nobleman. And since he is a member of the upper class, probably a lord or something, he's a very wealthy looking person as well. I really like his clothes that he has. Very expensive looking as well. You can see he has some golden patterns over here if you can see. Kind of hard to tell. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Some gold patterns on there. Of course, he has a little pouch right there. Maybe some money's inside. And he has some white sleeves and a very nice looking torso again. He does have some back printing too. And he has, of course, a goatee, and he has some very long hair. Over here we have one of the two spearmen for the Lion Knights. He's a very common minifigure. I do have him in a different set. But he does look quite nice to me. I do like the torso print that he has. No leg printing or anything, but he does have some back printing. And this helmet I do think looks quite nice. It shines quite well. And as you can see, he has a smiling face underneath. Here is the second spearman. This one's a bit different because of his face print. And I've never had this face print before. But, of course, I'm glad as always to have a new addition in my collection. Sounds like General Grievous when I say that, but that was not on purpose. But anyway, he does have some back printing as well. Nice spear again. And of course, he has the same helmet as the last minifigure. Yeah, I do like these spearmen a lot. Here is the princess, who is obviously the daughter of the king and queen. And I think she's a very nice looking minifigure. Has a green dress and has a frog as well. So I think that's supposed to be a reference to the Princess and the Frog, Grimm's fairy tale story. But I do have to say that it's not wise to really kiss a frog because there might be salmonella on there. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice minifigure. I like the back printing on it. I'll lift her hair up. Yeah, there we go. That's the back. And yeah, again, very nice looking minifigure. And over here, of course, is the little stable boy. He has a little bucket, and he has a flag supporting his team, I guess, his knight. And this is the back printing on him. This is the same type of torso that was used in the medieval market village as well, so this is nothing really new. And over here, I will show you the two knights who are participating in the joust. So right over here we have the Lion Knight, and he's a very nice looking minifigure. He has some armor. I've never had any Kingdom's armor before, but of course I'm very happy to have it. And he has a very long lance as well. And he has a little feather plume. I really like his shield. Of course, armor looks great. There's even armor at the back. So again, very nice minifigure. And his horse looks really nice too. I'll show you that. Yeah, very nice looking horse as well. It does have a little sword here just in case he gets knocked off the horse. He can still do battle in the joust. But here is the Black Falcon Knight, and I'm guessing this is a reference back to the old Falcon Knights of the 80s. I do like little references like that. And that's what he looks like. And that's his shield. Again, very nice armor. This is the only Falcon Knight, I believe, that is in Kingdom, so and it's also the only other faction that's there besides the Lion Knights and the Dragon Knights. So I guess they're on better terms with the Falcon Knights than on with the Dragon Knights. But that's his head, so I think he looks quite nice. And yeah, that is it for the minifigures. So here are the little tents for the Falcon Knight and the Lion Knight. Of course, the ones participating in the joust, and I do think they look quite nice. They're simple builds, lots of slopes, and they do have a flag on each of them, so of course you know which side is which. And inside you can see there's a clip for either knight, and it does have a secondary smaller weapon besides the lance that they could use for their little game fight thing. That's what Joust is. So yeah, you can see there's a mace right in there, and there's a double bladed axe in there as well. So I do think that looks really nice. I like the coloring on them, especially on this one. just the dark green and the black looks like a really nice combination in my opinion. So yeah, that's it for them. So right here is the partition that divides the two sides of the Lion Knight and the Dragon Knight. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that would look like with the two knights coming at each other from either side, and that's what it looks like. Very, very nice looking. I think it looks better than any other Joust set that has been released up to this date. And I do like how they use these little pieces right here to make it look like there's wood, and they have a shield on either side. This side shows the Lion Knight shield, and that's probably wrong. I should have turned it around because there is the Falcon Knight shield. So I do think that looks quite nice, and I always like it when they do little bits of detail like that. Of course, there's even a little golden tip on there. They like using a lot of smaller pieces on this set, which is something that I do quite like. It does add quite a bit of detail. Alright, so here's the stand area, which is where, of course, the king and queen will be standing to watch the game unfold. Of course, you can see there are some little flags here that, of course, are facing down. And here is a large shield with the the Lion Knight coat of arms. And over here, you can see that there is a flag on either side. One is a Falcon Knight flag, and one, of course, is a Lion Knight flag. And I do really like the colors on this. And over here you can see there are some cherries and a bottle of ale or of wine or something. And I'll go ahead and stand the king and queen inside and to give you a little idea of what it would look like. So yeah, that's what it would look like with them inside. I do think it looks quite nice. I think you could add another minifigure in there, maybe if the nobleman or the princess wants a close view of what's going on. I think that there would be no issue with that. And of course, these little accessory parts, such as the plate and the little table for the bottle, can be removed to even add more minifigures on. Here at the back, you can see there are some stairs to get up. So, of course, if you want to get down and up, there's no issue with that at all. I'm glad they actually included that. I always like the little bits of things that would make the sets more believable. But yeah, I do think this is great. I like the detail that was put into this. Alright, so right here, the two little smaller builds that can be attached to the larger building. So this one right here is a smaller stand, which is obviously where the peasants or the common folk would be. As you can see, there is a rake right here, which does belong to the little stable boy, and he is supposed to stand right here and could watch. He has this little bucket, of course, and flag showing his support for the Lion Knights. I keep saying Dragon Knights for some reason. But anyway, here's a ladder to get up, and there's also a wall right here, and of course, it can attach by pegs right here on the side. And I do think it looks quite nice. It looks like it's made out of wood. And that's what the back section looks like as well. So I think the back looks nice. It's not as presentable as the front, but it certainly doesn't look bad. And I do appreciate the amount of detail they put in here for the little sides of it. Of course, they have a shield as well, showing support for either side, trying not to be biased. And I think it looks nice. Over here, there's a building that does remind me a little bit of one of the two buildings in the medieval market village. So they do include a small house. Of course, here's a barrel, maybe has some of that ale or wine in it. Of course, has the same sort of aesthetic as the last building or stand. Has made out of stone here. Of course, there's a lot of wood and also some painted areas of light blue. And of course, these windows can open like this if you want to get some air, some light inside. And yeah, that's what that looks like. More windows here on the side. And here at the back, you can see there is a very small room. It has a little shelf with a bottle as well. But I think it looks quite nice. Maybe this is where the nobleman lives or something, or where the princess lives. Anyway, I do think it looks quite nice. So that's it for these small buildings. So here is the main building. I do think it looks really, really good. And it has two towers and a small walkway between them. And I do think it's a very nice looking building. And of course the smaller buildings can attach on either side, so I'll show you that in the end. But yeah, let's look at the lower floor. So as you can see, there are entrances on either side, and you just push the door open to gain access inside. And as you can see that it looks quite nice, and there's also some vines growing here with some flowers. It looks quite pleasant to me. And inside, you might be able to see, there is a very nice pattern on the floor. I guess that's supposed to be carpet. And as you move up, you can see there's a little balcony area, which is where someone can look out. And over here, there's a very nice stained glass look as well, which I do appreciate. And up here, you can see is where the top, one of the higher areas of the towers are, which is where the walkway is. And I do like all the detail that they put into this in the walkway. They do have, of course, have a lion knight shield. And on the other side, it looks quite symmetrical, which is nice. And up here, they have even a higher walkway, which is more of a balcony, really. And this is where the tops of the towers are with the flags on the very spire. So I do think it looks quite nice. I really do like it. And here it looks like there's an entrance for some horses to ride in or something like that. So that's it for the outside. So I've left the doors open so you can see what the inside of it looks a bit better. And as you can see, there's the same pattern on either side. And you can see that it looks quite nice. I'll just close the doors just so you can see what it looks like better. And on either side, there's a different picture or map. So right here, there's a little map that's drawn of a river. And I do think it looks quite nice. I do like maps a lot, so that appeals to me. And right here, there's a picture of a sailing boat, which I also think looks quite nice. I'll open the door and get a little in. So that's what it looks like. And on the second floor, you can see it. There is a little shelf here by the balcony. And there's also a window as well. And in the other tower, you can see there's this little stained glass bit. And there's supposed to be a book in there. I'm not sure what happened to my book, but I'm guessing it's supposed to be a Bible because Christianity was, of course, the accepted religion there at the time. And it's still very prevalent, and it's the largest religion still, of course, in Europe. So, yeah, I do like the look of it. I do like churches, so that looks very nice. And here on the third floor, you can see in one of the towers is a little table, and I decided to put the baguette on there because I thought it would suit it quite well. And here's the walkway, which I do think is made very nicely. You can get a bunch of minifigures up there to watch. And over here, there's a little shelf with some, I guess that's potions or something, and a little stool right there to sit on as well. So if you're reading the book up here, maybe, yeah, you can do that. And up here, here's the tower at the top. You can see it's pretty empty. And of course, there's a walkway on the balcony. And this tower is occupied. There's a rat inside of there, and there's a piece of cheese, which is, of course, his meal. Inside, yeah, that's what the back of the whole building looks like. Now I'll show you all of the different components coming together. Alright, so now I'm going to show you all of the different parts of this build coming together. So I'll take this smaller building and attach it right here. Take this building, stand, and attach it right over here. I'll put the stand here in the middle. That's where, of course, it's supposed to be. Put the nobleman on the balcony. Take the princess and put her... Whoops, a piece fell out. I'll pick that up later on. Put her in there to have her watch. And I'll put these little spearmen here guarding either door. And of course, I'll have to get the little tents. And then I'll put one on one side and the other on the other side. Next comes the little divider between the knights. Actually, I'll switch it around this time. And I'll put, of course, the Lion Knight on one side and the Dragon Knight on the other. So, yeah, now I'm going to lift up my recording device so I can show you what everything looks like back in its original spot. So I do think it looks really, really incredible, and this is definitely one of the best looking castle sets of all time. However, at the end of the video, I will have to tell you one thing that really does bother me, and that is, as you can see, there are a lot of brown pieces in the set. And yeah, a lot of brown pieces at this time means a lot of brittle parts. And there are quite a few pieces over here that do have some bends in them, and I can see that they're starting to show signs of wanting to break apart. And there's also this section here underneath the walkway, which has quite a few pieces that have actually snapped. And I'll go ahead and show them to you right now. So I'll lift this here off, and as you can see, one of the pieces has already snapped, and well, actually quite a few of them have, and some of them already have some lines growing through them because they want to snap. Yeah, it's just very cheaply made, and I don't understand why Lego had to do that. I know a lot of my older brown pieces from the early 2000s, before they made the color change, didn't have any of these issues, so I don't understand why they had to get this cheap plastic to put in these sets. And the sets are getting more expensive, so come on, Lego, up the quality here. This is not like cheap stuff. But anyway, apart from that, and what if you get this set, I urge you to build this carefully, build it slowly. Put those brown bricks together very carefully, because any sudden movements and it'll snap. So yeah, other than that, this is an incredible set. It's not as expensive. I got this for 200 sealed. I mean, that is pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it. And that's how much I'd pay for it, that or less. It's going to cost you less if you get it used. But yeah, this is a very nice set, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for more Kingdoms reviews, because there will be some more on the way. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye.